Hello, all. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's doing well. Okay, so I wanted to make this video quick, and some of the time it's not as quick as I want because I always like to talk about things before I look at the cards. Now, I already shuffled the cards, so it saves me a little bit of time. I got relationships as I was meditating, and relationships, man, I tell you, they're not the easiest sometimes. And I'm not saying relationships are all bad. They're not. Uh, for me, and I like to talk about myself because, that's the only person I can relate to. I don't know anybody else. So if you don't want me to talk about myself, just go ahead and go to another channel if you're watching it. But anyway, I want to bring up my relationship of 27 years. It was a marriage, and I had two beautiful kids. Uh, when we met, I, at that time, now since I look at it, I thought I was in love. But I noticed some red flags and I never paid attention to them. And I think I overlooked them because he made a good living. Even though he would ask me to stay home and take care of the kids, being a wife, and at that time I wasn't married, but I still had a son at the time. My kids are 10 years apart. So I did stay at home, but I just didn't feel me. I like my brain moving. I like my brain going, and being at home wasn't going to do it for me. So I would get a job, or I'll go to school, and just do things just to keep my mind going. But I end up, throughout the time I was with him, I was able to go back to school and you know do some accounting work, and I would go to temp services and get jobs. And I started off as a receptionist at most of my jobs. So with that being said, I would get hired in the companies, and it would always be the finance company, the finance department, which I liked. So I always had something viewing me, in my back pocket. So even if I was to leave the company, which I had done like probably 2 times, I would still have something going for myself, some kind of skill. Um, but he wanted me to stay home because it made it easier for him to be able to do what he wanted in the streets, and I'm home. Even though I had a car, he didn't like keep me in the house saying I couldn't go anywhere. He always made sure I had everything I needed, but he was never present in most of the time. So what I'm basically saying, I saw the red flags but just ignored them. And I think a lot of us do. A lot of us women do. And men. I'm not saying just women, right? So moving forward, we finally got married, and at that time, I mean, let's move back a little bit. When I wanted to get married, because I thought that's what I wanted, because I wanted to create a family, because I didn't feel I had that when I was younger. He didn't want to get married, but later on down the line, when in our 30s, his mother comes down and she's talking about the religion and you guys should be married and this and that. Basically, we got married, but I felt that marriage is just basic. That wedding was basically her wedding. All her friends came. We didn't have a lot of friends because he didn't want to be around no one really. And now, since I really look at it, I know why. Because he didn't want to be questioned on a lot of things. He wasn't doing, you know what I mean? So it's like he just wanted me to be in this box. The more I was in the box, he wouldn't have to answer to anything. So that's what, and I hate using the word because people are overusing this word, narcissist. Some people have narcissist tendencies, and some people are just straight up narcissists. This man was a narcissist, okay? Now, I'm not going to say I was perfect because I wasn't, okay? I had to look at myself as well. So I'm not going to put all the blame on him, but at the same sense, he's done a lot. But I wasn't perfect, nor was he. It's called growing, right? So, I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. The red flags. Now, a lot of people I hear, they're always using red flag, red flag, red flag. Some people don't even know what a damn red flag is. But I could say a red flag is something that you notice that you don't feel good about, or you don't feel good about, or you get this weird feeling, and that is your inner voice saying, red flag. You don't like that. I don't feel comfortable with that. He's lying, she's lying, whatever. We tend to ignore that. So moving forward, I'll tell you more about my story, but it's long. But the story that I have to tell you will help a lot of people. So anyway, they showed me relationships, so I was guided to just talk about that. When you're with someone, you notice, like, let's say you first meet someone. Of course, you're gonna get the moon. The moon pretty much is something hidden that you don't see. You're trying to figure out what it is, but you don't see it. It looks like my phone is foggy, but anyway, you don't see it, and maybe you're not supposed to. Um, I've learned, just get to know the person. Again, you can this put like this. You can always block and you can always leave. I wouldn't recommend having someone know where you're at, like picking you up. That's what Uber's about. Meet at the location. You don't have to know where each other live, okay? Because you don't know him. He doesn't need to know where you live. She doesn't need to know where you live. So you're going to get the moon. It's things that you don't see, and that's fine. Don't make a big deal about it. I do see that there's a lot of you guys that have relationships and got stabbed in the back. You were blind. You didn't see what you're supposed to see. Oosh. And this is what I see in this card, okay? That's the vision I'm getting in the card. Like, you probably met someone and you couldn't see exactly what you needed to see, or maybe you ignored it and then end up getting, sidetracked. Like, you end up seeing something like, oh my God, but you didn't see what you're supposed to see. You didn't see the red flags. And that was me. And let me just say this. I don't know how long you guys were with this particular person. It may have been like even a month or two. But in the same sense, for me, first off, to heal, I had to get over the fact that all the time I spent with this person. I think that was the hardest thing for me to get over, all the time I wasted. But did I waste time? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Did I waste time? I would say now, after healing, no, I didn't. I had my kids, right? I had my kids. I didn't have all bad times with this particular person. I didn't. And I started looking at that. I always say, when you feel like you're going through something, there's always a positive and negative. Focus more on the positive. But I'm not gonna lie, it was hard for me to do that at first. It was a hell of a lot. But it took me at least 2 years, and I'm still like healing. I'm not completely healed, come on. But anyway, I have to say, it's okay that you didn't see what you're supposed to see. It's fine. You see it now. So focus on that and just start healing, okay? Because I do see a King of Pentacles coming your way. Now, again, this could be a woman. This could be a man, okay? So as soon as you get through this healing, and I'm not saying look for this person, but again, healing is focusing on self, putting all that energy into self. It's not all about putting the energy in yourself and saying, oh, I'm ready to date now. Good luck with that. You're going to attract that same kind of frequency. You just are, because you're not fully healed. There's so much to heal. And remember, you got to go back and heal that child. You do. So relationships, like I said, is a lot, but that's why we're here, to deal with relationships, to learn from each other, to grow from each other, to ascend. That's what we're here for, okay? But these are the cards I got. I got the Moon, I got the Eight of Swords, I got the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the bomb. He's the man. She's the woman. But you have to take your time. You have to take your time. And I see like 8 swords. So that kind of tells me within that time frame, 8 months, 8 days, 8 months, 8 years. And that varies on each individual that you will meet this man. Okay? So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I mean, time is time. And I had to get over that first. Second thing I had to get over, everything fell on me. The third is that, yeah, everything. I have to take care of everything. He doesn't contribute nothing. And at that time, my daughter was 12. So I had to raise her all by myself. You know, it's like, wow, I didn't expect that from him. So I was angry about that. But I had to get over it because it is what it is. Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. It made me stronger. It really did. So I don't regret that part. Okay? I don't. And I don't regret meeting him. I don't. So when you get to that level, and if he ever came back, I would still send him love and release him, because my intentions are never to get back with that, because I've grown so much. My frequency is here, and why would I get with someone that, no, I did all this healing. No, I'm good. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. If you're going through it and you were in a relationship and you were just, that didn't work out, it's okay. Work on self. Now you can put all that energy into yourself, right? Let's see what oracle card I get. What would you like me to see? What would you like me to see? Yeah, so they're not easy. Relationships are not easy. And I'm not just talking about with a man or a woman. I'm talking about why? By the book. So I'm getting why. Why did it happen? You're supposed to learn from it. By the book. You see, a mother and a father and a family. That's something I created. I wanted to create. Some of you guys want to create a family, right? That was why. And you don't realize why you want to create a family, because in my book, when it comes to me, the reason why I did it was because a lot of you guys are asking it, why? Why did this happen? Why did it happen to me? Because I wanted it so bad to create a family that I never had. But it just didn't happen that way. And it's okay. There was something for me to learn, self-worth. That's why. I wanted to create a family, and then I felt like an orphan at the end. I felt I was by myself. That's how I felt. Gosh, I'm telling you, this looks like it's all foggy. But anyway, these cards just told a story. But it's going to be all right. You're going to see the sun. And when I say the sun, you're going to see light at the end of this tunnel. Trust and believe you will. So anyway, I wish you guys a beautiful day, and keep your head up. You're going to be fine. Love you. Bye.